Hey friends, Jonny May here, and welcome to this week's quick tip where I'm going to teach you one of my all-time favorite Christmas tunes, Christmas Time Is Here. This was written by Vince Guaraldi for the 1965 televised special, A Charlie Brown Christmas, and I love this tune because the melody is beautiful, the chords are beautiful, and it really lends itself to this jazz piano style. So what I want to do is I want to play the arrangement for you so you can kind of hear what it sounds like, and then I'm going to break it down note for note, starting with the lead sheet. So here it is. So if you're ready to learn the arrangement, let's dive in. All right, we're going to start with the lead sheet. And the lead sheet contains your basic melody and chords. And if you want to play jazz piano, it's always a good idea to start with the lead sheet, because once you learn the melody and the chords, then you can make the chords sound even more interesting and color your melody. So let's look at the first part of our melody, and we have... gorgeous chords. Check out these chords. We have an F major 7, melody in the right hand, really simple, and then I love this chord. Check it out. E flat 7. Listen to this chord. Really jazzy, kind of has a bluesy quality to it. So I love this about this tune is that Vince Guaraldi wrote it in a very jazzy way. He used some very jazzy chords as the basis of the tune, okay? Now we're gonna make these chords sound a lot more interesting a little bit later in the arrangement, but I wanna make sure you understand the basic chords before we start adding all of these additional colors. Now this is gonna repeat a second time to the E flat 7 chord. You're doing a great job. Let's look at the next phrase, and I love this phrase. These chords are gorgeous. So the first chord is called a B minor 7 flat 5, okay? Melody in the right hand, very simple. And then we have a little passing chord, like a B flat minor 7. And then we have an A minor 7. Seeing this? Then a little passing chord on an A flat minor 7, and then a little G minor 7, and then I like to go right up to a C7 sus 4, okay? It's like a C7, except I'm suspending the third up to a 4, okay? So, you hear that? And then we finally land on our F major 7 chord at the end. Okay? By the way, if you're enjoying the video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. Now, this is the A section of the tune, so we're going to repeat this a second time. I'll do a quick playthrough, and then we'll jump to the B section. Back to our F major 7. You're doing a great job. And our B minor 7 flat 5. A flat. Back to our F major 7, okay? So practice this at a slow tempo, and when you're feeling good about it, let's jump into the B section, and I love the B section, melody and chords. I think this might be my favorite section of the tune. So here's how this part goes. So beautiful, okay? Basically, I'm starting on a D flat major 7 chord. Melody's very simple. And then I'm jumping up to a G flat 7 chord, Ah, this is a really cool sounding chord. We're gonna make this sound even more interesting a little bit later in the arrangement, okay? Same thing, D flat to the G flat 7, very simple. And then we finish the B section with this. Okay, really simple chords. A minor 7, this is like a 3 chord in the key of F. There's my melody. To a D7. You're doing a great job, only 2 more chords in this section. This is a G minor 7 chord. And then finally, the C7 chord at the end of the B section. So congratulations, you've actually already learned the full tune, because after this section, you're just gonna play one more A section and then the tune ends. So I'm gonna quickly play through the last A section, and then I'm gonna teach you how to take these chords and make them sound even more beautiful and jazzy. So here's the last A section. Same thing that you already learned. We're just repeating the same material. And here's that B chord. B flat, A flat, C, and then back to our F. All right, you are ready for the most exciting part of this lesson, because what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take these chords and we're gonna add some beautiful chord colors to them to make your chords sound even more jazzy and beautiful. It's gonna be a ton of fun. But before we do this, if you wanna learn more about these 7th chords that you just learned, perhaps these chords are kind of going over your head, or you don't really know minor 7 chords and dominant 7th chords, you can learn these in our level 4 Foundations learning track. You learn all of your 7th chords, exercises to master them, how to use them in tunes, so I'll put a link to that below. All right, it is time to learn the arrangement. I'm so excited to teach this to you because it sounds absolutely gorgeous. All right, we're gonna go phrase by phrase, and I'm gonna teach you the notes, but I'm also gonna sort of explain how these chords work and what I'm doing to make these chords sound beautiful, because I want you to learn the skills to do this on any tune. Okay, so here's the first phrase. We're just gonna look at that much because you got a lot of cool stuff happening here. First chord, ooh, check this out. Right hand, I'm doing a technique called interval rocking, okay? I've got 2 intervals, a 5th and a 4th. I'm just rocking these 2 notes, and I'm actually outlining the notes of an F major 9 chord, okay? So that's kind of the first step. Okay, left hand, I'm sort of spreading out an F major chord, like this. It's like a 10th interval. And then watch this. Ah, that's the magic chord right there, okay? This is called an F6-9 chord, and I'm sort of spreading the notes out in 4th intervals, okay? So the first measure, okay, nice little landing spot, and then we have, beautiful chord, okay? So this chord is called an E flat 9 with a sharp 11, okay? This is a chord alteration that you can add to a dominant 7 chord. And I'm sort of spreading it out here. You see that? So this is like a really big E flat chord, just an E flat major spread out, and then I have the 7th and the 9th here, okay? So we have, and it comes together on this chord. Okay, does that make sense? So this is kind of the first section of the A section. Just make sure you can comfortably play these 2 chords, F major to E flat, and then this is going to repeat, okay? So we have the same thing to our E flat. Sounding beautiful. Love the sound of these chords. All right, let's move on to the next section. We'll go phrase by phrase. This walk down is so beautiful. Vince Guaraldi is truly a genius of a writer, and he really knew what he was doing when he wrote this tune. He was really intentional with the left hand to get these really beautiful kind of bass lines walking down. Okay, so we're gonna go chord by chord. First chord, we're actually starting on that B minor 7 flat 5. Left hand is a simple chord shell, so it's just 2 notes. Right hand, I have a harmony note here, and then the melody, okay? And then we've got these little passing chords, B flat minor 7, okay, it's kind of spread out, melody note, and then A minor 7, okay, again, we're just spreading the notes out of the chord, melody's on the top, A flat minor 7, it's spread out, there's the melody, and then we have, okay, that's our G minor 7. Again, we're just spreading the notes out. And I love this chord here. This is really nice. This is that C7 sus4 that I taught you earlier. We're just spreading the notes out. And then we land on our F major 9 chord like this, okay? And we're gonna roll this up just like that. Now from here, we're gonna repeat the A section. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna play it for you a little bit faster, and then we're gonna jump into the B section. So here's the A section a second time. Sounds so nice. And then the B minor 7 flat 5. All right, now before we jump into the B section, if you're a little bit confused about the notes that we're adding to these chords, like the 9 and the 13 and the sharp 11, you can learn these in our Chord Extensions and our Chord Alterations courses. In both of these courses, I show you exactly which notes you can add to different types of chords. We do exercises. I show you how to use these chords on different tunes, so I'll put a link to those courses below. All right, let's jump into the B section, and I love the sound of the B section. Here's the first phrase. Some of the jazziest chords in this arrangement are in the B section, and I want to explain how I'm coming up with these chords because you can absolutely do the same on any tune. So, first chord, check it out. Okay, this is a D flat major 13 chord. And what I'm doing in the right hand is I'm doing that interval rocking that I explained earlier. I'm basically interval rocking the notes of a D flat major 9 chord. So here are all of the notes, and then I've got my 5th interval to a 4th interval, okay? And then in my left hand, I'm just spreading out the notes of a D flat major chord, okay? So we have, there's that magic chord again. This is that D flat 6-9, except we're just spreading the notes out like this. Okay, so here it is once more. We have, okay, and then the money chord. I think this is my favorite one. It goes like this. Super jazzy chord. Okay, this chord is called a G flat 9 sharp 11. What's a G flat 9 sharp 11? Well, a G flat 9 is a G flat 7 with a 9, and the sharp 11 is a chord alteration. It's basically where we take the 4th note of a G flat major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we sharpen. So it's a C, okay? So G flat 9, sharp 11, okay? And then we're taking this chord and we're spreading the notes out like that, okay? So the full chord sounds like that. It's a beautiful chord, okay? So once more, G flat 9 sharp 11, grab the outer notes, and then the chord. You see that? All right, next phrase, back to the D flat chord, and then to the G flat chord, and then the gorgeous G flat 9 sharp 11. All right, let's keep going. We're gonna play the final 4 measures of the B section, and after this, you will actually have learned the entire tune, because remember, at the very end, we just play one more A section. Okay, so here it is. We have some very beautiful sounding jazzy chords in this section. Okay, first measure, just spreading out the notes of an A minor 7. By the way, this is called a chord shell. It's a partial chord because there's no 5th in the chord. So we're removing the 5th and we're putting the 3rd up here, okay? So we have a little melody on the top. What did we do right there? Well, that's a little passing chord, okay? A little E flat 9 chord, which leads us nicely into that D7 chord, okay? This technique is called the tritone substitute technique, and you can do this anytime you're going to a new chord. If I'm going to a D chord, I just go up a half step and I play a dominant 7 chord, okay? So that's basically what we're doing. Tritone substitute, and then very interesting D chord, okay? Basically for this chord, I'm suspending my D7 chord. I'm taking that 3rd and I'm moving it up to a G, and I'm also adding the 9th to it, Okay? It's kind of a more interesting way of playing a D7 chord, or at least suspending it before a little resolution, okay? So we have, then we resolve it to a little D7 with a flat 9. Remember, this is a chord alteration that you can add to your dominant 7 chords. And then we have, all right, so for this one, I'm just spreading out the notes of a G minor 7 chord, okay, melody, and then this gorgeous C7 chord. What the heck am I playing here? Okay, well, it's a C7 chord, but I'm adding 3 beautiful notes to this chord. I'm adding the D flat, the F sharp, and the A, okay? We call this the flat 9, the sharp 11, and the 13. And there's a little trick to remembering this chord. It's actually just a simple F sharp minor chord that I'm superimposing over the C7 chord. So check it out, C7, we're gonna take the 5th out, which is common in jazz, put the F sharp minor on the top, and you get this beautiful chord, okay? And I'm actually putting the E up here, so I get a nice little cluster in the right hand. All right, from here, you're just gonna play one more A section, and you already learned the A section. So I'm gonna play it through once more, and then we're gonna play this along with the included backing track. You'll get to play with a bass player and a drummer, and it's gonna sound awesome. So here's the last A. Same thing as before. And the B minor 7 flat 5. All right, in just a moment, we're gonna play with the included backing track. But before we do this, if you wanna do a deep dive on how to take a Christmas tune and develop it into a beautiful jazz arrangement, check out our What Child Is This course. In this course, we start with a lead sheet, and we show you how to take your chords, make them sound gorgeous, how to add a left hand accompaniment, how to fill in the right hand, how to solo over the tune, and we have a course for beginner to intermediate level players and a course for intermediate to advanced level players, so I'll put a link to those below. All right, let's go ahead and play the full arrangement with the backing track. And by the way, this backing track is downloadable over at pianowithjonny.com. I'll put a link to it below, and here's the full arrangement. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the lesson, please let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.